Hey folks, good afternoon. I am running a considerable amount late today, and I do apologize for that. Mr. Denise and I have been on the road, and it has just been very hard to get decent cell signal. So I've tried a couple of times to go ahead and broadcast, and it is just not happened, and I do apologize for that. But it is a gorgeous, hot day here in the Arkansas Delta. Mr. Denise and the Scruff Man and I are headed back to Forest City. And man, the clouds are out, the wind's blowing, the sun is shining, and it is hot. It is H-A-W-T, hot. I know the last time that I looked, it was just a little over 90 degrees, and so I can only imagine, what it's going to be like outside, walking on the pavement, out in a good yard. I'm headed home to get out in that heat, so if you happen to be out and about, I want you to be careful. I'm going to do my best. I've got to mow the yard today, so that is my goal. And then after I get inside and cool down, then I'll spend the rest of the night studying. But how are you guys doing today? There we go. Hi, Miss Jessie. Miss Jessie's here. The Armstrongs are in. I say good morning, and I know it's not morning. 94 degrees. We're passing a sign right now. 94. Holy smokes, that's hot. That is just seriously kind of hot. Anybody got any plans for the weekend? Anybody got any exciting things going on? Getting ready for a big church on Sunday. I hope that if you guys are planning on coming, that you are all prayed up. And if you cannot make it and are choosing to worship at home, I pray that you are prayed up. We're going to be back in Mark chapter 12 as we continue this series on Neighbor. And so just get in, get ready. So, online on campus, it's all about Jesus at Ridgewood. And so I'm excited for us. Hello from Miss Sandy to you and me, Mr. Denise. Hello. Today's a very special day in American history. Today is Juneteenth. I'm sure you've seen a lot of it on social media. You'll see it a lot on TV, newspaper. It is Juneteenth. This is the day that is celebrated for the complete freedom of slavery. This happened, I believe it was in 1865. I believe that's the year, 1865. So this is the celebration of Juneteenth, the ending of all slavery. And I know that it was a little bit later on when everything was even eliminated in the North. But this was it. This was it. Okay, Miss Sandy says she's washing windows and weed eating. Boy, I got again my yard. I've done my weed eater died. And so I have taken advantage of some grass killer just to go ahead and kind of save me some time. And that hopefully is going to do the trick for me. And I'm going to try to save my money and not buy another one for a while. And yes, Miss Jessie, Denise is actually driving. But you never know, because I might actually be doing this. And I might have that automatic driving car. You never know. You never know. Hey, we're going to spend just a little bit of time today. We're going to continue reading in chapter 18 of John's Gospel. When we ended, Jesus had already been arrested, and we know that Peter had already denied Christ one time. And so we're going to kind of continue that story. Got some more folks popping on. Not sure who all is here. So when you get in, say hello, so I'll know exactly who is in the building with me. We're going to be picking up today at verse 19. The thing about this text is that you've got two little scenarios going on. You got something going on over here, and you got something going on over here. And so I really want us to understand what we're doing, okay, and where we're doing it at. Because if you go back, if you got your Bibles, if you go back at verse 12, from verse 12 to verse 14, that is when they actually arrested Jesus. Okay, that was the arrest. And then so now that they're taking him off, and they're going to go see Annas. Okay, they had led him away to Annas. Okay, in verse 15. Okay, that's the story that's going to happen right here. And then in verse 15, then we're going to see another little scenario that's taking place. And that was, again, we read this yesterday. And this is where Simon Peter, and Scripture says another disciple, which we know that was John, they're trying to get into the court of the high priest, and that's where we see that John makes his way in, but that Simon struggles. And Simon is the one, as we ended off, he had denied Jesus the first time, and we ended off verse 18, and Peter stood with him and warmed himself. So that's the little scenario that's going on over here. Verse 19 picks up back over here, okay? This is back with Jesus and the high priest, and so that's where we're going to start reading at today. All right, here we go. The high priest then asked Jesus about his disciples and his doctrine. And by the way, this is Caiaphas, okay? This is Caiaphas. I'm sorry, this is Annas. This is Annas, okay? This is Annas, getting him into Caiaphas. The high priest then asked Jesus about his disciples and his doctrine. Jesus answered him, I spoke openly to the world. I always taught in synagogues and in the temple where the Jews always meet, and in secret I have said nothing. Why do you ask me? Ask those who have heard me what I've said to them. Indeed, they know what I've said. And when he had said these things, one of the officers who stood by struck Jesus with the palm of his hand, saying, do you answer the high priest like that? And so what we have here is, this is one of the Roman soldiers just haul off and slap Jesus right there. Thinking that his answer was smart and that it was disrespecting, the high priest. And so the soldier just smacked him. Jesus answered him. Now then he's talking to the one who just slapped him. Said, if I've spoken evil, bear witness of that evil. In other words, if I've spoken evil, you need to show it to me. You need to prove it to me. But if well, then why did you strike me? And then Annas sent him bound to the high priest. And so again, this is all taking place over here. All right? Now in verse 25, we're going to continue reading. Verse 25 comes back over here. Okay, it comes back over with Peter now, and he's out in the courtyard of the high priest. Okay, so remember, we got something going on here with Jesus, and we got something going on over here with Peter. All right, here we go. Now Simon Peter stood and warmed himself, and that's where we left off in verse 18. Simon Peter stood and warmed himself. Therefore they said to him, you are not also one of his disciples, are you? And he denied it and said, I am not. So now this is twice. Okay, he's denied twice. Verse 26. One of the servants of the high priest, a relative of him whose ear Peter cut off. So this is a relative of Malchus. Okay, you remember back a couple of days ago we saw where they come to arrest Jesus, and Peter drew his sword out, cut the right ear off of Malchus, the servant of the high priest. Well, this is like a cousin. This is a relative. And so that tells me that this person was also there. Okay? When they come to arrest Jesus, he was part of the mob. One of the servants of the high priest, a relative of him whose ear Peter cut off, said, did I not see you in the garden with him? Oh, so now that we got an eyewitness account of putting Peter in the garden with Peter. Verse 27, Peter then denied again, and immediately a rooster crowed. So, big stuff, that's going on right there. You've got two different scenarios. You've got the denying of Jesus with Simon Peter, and then you've got the court proceedings that's taking place with Jesus. And so I want us to understand that there's going to be this two-part scenario, all right, that's going to go on. Tomorrow when you read, you're going to go back into Pilate's court, okay? Then you're going back to the conversation between Jesus and Caiaphas, and then it's going to lead to Pilate, okay? So that's going to be tomorrow, and then and then Sunday you're going to continue that conversation, and then on Monday when we come back and we start back in with our coffee and chats, and we're actually going to get in and we're going to look at the crucifixion itself. So I just want to encourage you in your quiet time over the weekend to go ahead and read ahead, take a look and see what's happening, so that we can look at it a little bit more in depth during the mornings when we gather. That is all I've got today. I just wanted to come in and say again, I'm sorry for running late, but boy, we just could not get internet service. And I didn't want to get on and go on and off and on and off, and where the little thing spins all the time. I just didn't want to do that. So we just waited till we started back home in order to pick up some pretty good services. So that's where we are. Miss Mary, I see you're on. Good morning. And if you would, go ahead and share that over to the group page, because I've not had the chance to do that. That'll take care of all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, whoever is watching that I don't see, I pray you have a great, great Friday. I pray you don't get too hot if you work outside. If you go out, be safe. Remember to social distance. I have had my mask on. You'll be proud of me. Look here. I have my mask. This is my mask. This is pretty cool. This is Miss Deanna Ramsey made this special for me, and it kind of fits me. It's the Tasmanian Devil, so I'm kind of excited to have this. All right, folks, I love you guys bunches. Remember, if you get a chance, tell somebody about Jesus, and I will see you Sunday, either in person or I'll see you online. Bye-bye, guys. We'll talk soon.